Hey, what's up guys? So for today's video, we're going to be going over my updated settings. So let's get right into it without wasting any time. So first, the video settings. I got full screen. My resolution is the default one, which is 1920 by 1080. And then my frame rate limit is 240 because I got a 240 hertz monitor. And then graphics section, brightness 100%, user interface contrast to 1x. And then my colorblind mode is Deuteronope 5. I use Deuteronope 5 because it makes it easier to see into the storm. Okay, now graphics quality. So I have it on custom with my 3D resolution being all the way up. You should always have 3D resolution all the way up because without 3D resolution all the way up, it looks really bad. And then all these are on low, except for my view distance, it's just on medium. These are all on low just to make sure my FPS is really good. Then advanced graphics, my VSync is off, motion blur off, show FPS on. Then my DirectX version is on 11. And then allow multi-thread rendering on, use GPU crash debugging on. And settings. Instead of reading through all these, I'm going to just scroll through and say the important ones. So I'm NA East. Let's see, auto open doors I have off. Sprint cancels reloading off, always have that off. That's just such a useless thing. Like, you would never want to have that on. And sprint by default on. You can just look through all these. Auto sort consumables to the right on. Confirm edit on release on. That makes my editing so much faster. Let's go through these. Okay, and then replay, so that doesn't really matter. I just have those all on. And then tap to search / interact I have on. I think that's all the important ones from here. Then HUD options. I have it on 90%. I'm thinking about maybe moving this down to somewhere closer to 70, but as of now I have it on 90. And then I'll just let you look through all this. You can pause if you want to look at it for longer. Okay, keyboard and mouse. So my mouse sensitivities. My X and Y are both the same, so at 13%. So that is like when you're holding a shotgun out and you're just looking around, that is that sensitivity. And target sensitivity, which is aim down sight sensitivity. So like say you have an AR out and you're zoomed in, that's the sensitivity for that, which mine is at 30.3. And then scope sensitivity, so that's like in a sniper. I have it at 39.2. And my DPI is 400. 400 DPI. And if you guys don't know what DPI is like on mouse sensitivity. So my DPI is 400. And then this stuff I don't think is really important, but it's all on off, and then whatever this is on 100%. Okay, and then, well, my controller binds aren't important because I'm not a controller player. So I'll just scroll through these. If I want to try playing controller a bit, I'm thinking about raising the sensitivity a bit, but not by too much. That's not important though. Sound, not that important. 65%, 100, 90, 100. And then sound quality I have on high. 3D headphones I have on off. I might try having that on. I don't really know what it is. Background audio, I don't know what those are for. But then visual sound effects, that's pretty important. I have that on. And a lot of you probably don't use visual sound effects, but it is actually so useful because sometimes, see your end game in a scrim game, and so many people are shooting. But, so you can't really hear like footsteps near you. But with this, you can hear all the footsteps near you. Then there's all this stuff. Keybinds, this is a pretty big one. So my movement keybinds are all the normal keybinds. Jump, space bar, auto run I have on equals, that doesn't really matter. Now my crouch, I have it on Q and left shift. So I want to move. Q is the one I mainly use, but I want to try to change it to being left shift because then I can have better movement. Okay, so these are the normal binds. And then I got reload as R, use as mouse wheel up, so that's my scroll wheel. When I scroll it up, it's used, so that will be like picking up weapons and entering vehicles. And then my weapon slots, including harvesting tool, are just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Default ones. Building. So crouch while building is Q and left shift, same thing. I want to switch to left shift. And then my wall, floor, and stairs. So my wall is C. My floor is V, and my stairs are B, and I use my thumb to hit all of those. So yeah, my thumb hits space, and all of those. So I can have, the reason I do that, so I can have good movement when I'm building. Instead of having, like, say I have to hit wall with my index finger or something like that, then I wouldn't be able to click D to go right when I want to hit a wall. So it's just for good movement. I have them all on my thumb. Then my roof, I have mouse button 4, which is the back mouse button. My trap I have on T. My place building, normal left mouse button. Repair builds H. Rotate buildings R. Change building material is right mouse button. Now building edit, I have mouse button 5, which is the top mouse button. But I also have here, as you see, mouse wheel down. That means, and I also have here under reset building edit, mouse wheel down. That, yeah, lets me use scroll wheel reset. You guys probably know what scroll wheel reset is. So instead of having to click edit, then reset, then edit, I can just scroll my mouse wheel down and it'll reset the build. So that's why I have that here. But I do use the mouse button to edit. Once again, so I have best movement. Say for example, if I had to click E to edit, then I'd have to take my finger off D when I'm tunneling, for example. Okay, so that's all these things. Communication, I don't use any of those. Oh yeah, ping is I just push my scroll wheel down. Emote, I have set to J, and then I have these two bind into actual keys. I think 5 is like take the L, and 6 default dance. I'm not even sure. I'll just scroll through these so you can like look at them. Pause if you need to look at any of them for a longer time. Okay, so that's it for keybinds. And now on my controller, okay, well once again, I don't play controller. The only thing I've customized is I use left stick to edit. I don't use hold down on B. So I'll just... Okay, that is it for my settings. So these are my settings as of now. But since I just switched from use or being E to mouse wheel up, now I have an open bind, which is E. So I'm thinking I want to put a kind of a main keybind on E because it's right next to the movement keybinds. So I will tell you guys in a video if I find a bind for E. But as of now, these are my updated settings. So yeah, those are my updated settings. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, please feel free to hit that like and subscribe button and comment down below. Make sure you guys tell me if you're going to try out some of my settings because that'll be nice to know. I can even help you with learning them if you want. Just add me, YouTube Proof71 is my username. And yeah, and I will see you guys in the next one.